What's up, YouTube? Vengeful Sorrow here. Once again, back again with another drinking video. Of course, Steel Reserve. Wasn't trying to go out of my way to get anything else. Cheers. There we go. Now, I used to appreciate Saturday nights. I used to not work on Sundays, you know. So I used to appreciate Saturday nights because it was a guaranteed, you know, I'm off the next day. Working at the post office, there are no days off. And in fact, I was supposed to be off tomorrow. I was scheduled off tomorrow, like marked out with an X, which means don't call me. I'm not working, right? Go in today, and my name is whited out, or not my name, but that day is whited out, and I'm written in there for tomorrow. So, Saturday nights are meaningless to me. It's like, even if I'm scheduled off, I'm probably working. I just recently worked like 10 days in a row between the last 2 weeks because of scheduling errors. Not my fault. Scheduling errors. And they had to add me onto the schedule and take me off of a day later in the week because I'm, I guess, contractually required to have a day off every week. But the most I've done at the post office is like 13 days in a row because, you know, let's say I had the first day off on 1 week, then 2 straight weeks, and then the last day of the second week. Technically, I got 1 day off each week, but I still had to work a shit ton of straight days. And I had fucking plans tomorrow too. Not really, but I wanted to fucking watch football all day. I watched the first game of the season for the Bucks. And then I watched the Monday night game, but like the first game of the season I watched for the Bucks on a Sunday. And then I haven't watched any Bucks games since. I've had to check the score occasionally or check the score at the end, but I haven't been able to watch them because I've been working every fucking Sunday. And it actually sucks because they fired somebody who had higher seniority than me, and they hired somebody from a transfer. So I moved up a spot, which means I should have more opportunities to have a day off on a Sunday, but no. Well, that just means if they schedule me on a Sunday, that means I'm guaranteed a day off during the week. That's one less route that I have to run for them, so fuck them. That's their problem. Oh shit, what time did I leave today? I forgot. I have to keep track of my hours. I think this is right. Yeah, it's definitely right. Okay, so sorry. There we go. I just had to keep track of my hours. I'm glad that I remembered it today instead of remembering it like 3 days from now. And then be completely screwed over by the fact that I don't remember. I don't remember what time I left. And all the RCAs, which I am, all the substitutes, the fill-ins, the peons, really, we work a different route every day. So first off, I would have to remember all these routes that I did throughout the week. Then I'd have to go across the whole fucking big-ass floor space, find their paper, and record, like, make a note of what time I left. So, damn. It's complicated being an RCA, I tell you what. Working at the post office is easy as shit. But RCAs, the junior mail carriers, we get shit on. And I've been there for dang near coming up on 2.5 years. And it doesn't matter because I transferred, so my shit got reset. So I've only technically been at the post office for like a year and a month. That's bullshit that it doesn't carry over. Because I would be all the way up on the seniority list at this one here. So now I have to wait another year to get just to where I would have been. And then this particular post office is in a big city. The one I worked at before, I had to drive an hour and some change away. It wasn't in the city of Tampa. So it didn't have as many people, and I would have made it up the list faster. But this this district has like 900 routes in it, and it's got like 100 and something subs, and I'm just about at the bottom of the list. I have to wait for 100 people to retire before I can become a regular. Doesn't that suck? The thing is that mail carriers don't retire because mail carriers enjoy what they do. I actually really love the job. You've got my post office alone. My post office alone, there's like 8 or 9, maybe even more than that. I would honestly, there's probably like 8 people in their 70s, and there's probably another 10 people. Yeah, that's probably about right, in their 60s. That's like, it's the thing is they should have retired by now. Come on, bro. So let's say this. Hypothetically, if every regular, sorry, I'm talking about my work. If every regular mail carrier at the post office was 20 years old, right? And retirement age is 65. If every single mail carrier was 20 years old, every regular mail carrier was 20 years old, and they just sat there in their position, it would take 45 years. And I could not move up a position. I couldn't become regular for 45 years. And then after that, I have to wait 30 years before I'm even eligible for retirement. So I'd have to work at the post office for 75 years. Bro, I'd be 110. Holy shit. Yeah, imagine that shit. I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, let's say there was a blight that killed all mail carriers, and they had to hire fucking 18-year-olds fresh out of high school as all of the regulars, and then they had to hire the subs, right? The fuck, I didn't know I had that. I guess I'm bleeding. So then I would, if I was a sub in that scenario, I would be stuck kissing people's ass for the next fucking 45 years before I got to actually be comfortable. It's a broken system. It's a completely broken system. City carriers are different. I'm not a city carrier. I'm a rural carrier. City carriers are guaranteed to be promoted within 2 years. And I've seen so many posts online. The vast majority of city carriers don't take 2 years to promote. They take 30 days. They start and then they're a regular after the end of a month. Which means they do the same route every single day. That is lovely. I would love to do that. I work 6 days a week. I do 6 different routes a week. Man. All right, enough about work, bro. I'm just frustrated at the fact that they got my ass working Sunday. Oh shit. So I really didn't want to drink today. I really didn't want to. I actually came home earlier, chilled out for a minute, and I got bored as shit. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, bro. Let me just drink. Because the thing right now is I need some time to pass. Because time heals all wounds. It really does. It really does. And I need some time to pass. And that's what I've been thinking about every day. It's like, I'm bored as shit. Let me just drink. Because I know I'm going to start drinking at, let's say, 6 o'clock. And before you know it, it's the morning. Because 3-4 hours, I pass out. Not pass out drunk, but it just leads me into my sleep phase, you know. And then I wake up in the morning, you know. So I'm drinking to solve my problems. And that's something that you really shouldn't do, because that's a bad idea. And I have learned that because that, I believe, some of the shit that has been transpiring currently in my life is caused by alcohol. Now, that's a fact. Like, it's the alcohol. But it's me, obviously. It's my fault. But if I hadn't touched alcohol in the last 2 weeks, I would have a girlfriend right now. And I fucked it up. And so, yeah, let's just keep drinking. Why not? I got nothing to lose at this point. So, fuck. So I do want to play some Guitar Hero. I cannot say enough good things about this guitar. Get yourself a cracked Les Paul Gibson guitar. I like the black one. I like the blue one too. But I really like the black one. I do have a blue one. And I have played with it for hours. And I just don't love it. I like it. Like, if this thing breaks, the blue one will work just fine. But there's just, oh my, it's just the most satisfying fucking strum bar I've ever felt. And then the mechanical frets, oh my god, they're so good. They are so good. And then the whammy bar actually works. My Explorer whammy bar did not work. I mean, it worked, but you had to, let me show you. My Explorer whammy bar, I had to, instead of just doing that and it goes back up, I had to pinch it and manually do that when I was whammying. That's how fucked up it was. And I played with that for fucking 10 plus years. And it's just so nice to have a whammy bar. And then the star power button, bro, I barely ever fucking tilt anymore. I always use the star power button. It's in a very nice spot. It's unnatural at first, but you can just do that, and you get your whammy off, or not your whammy, your star power, and it's once you know how to do it, once you learn it, it's very intuitive, and yeah, it's scary at first because there's no other guitars with it in that position. Normally they have it, well, either here, so you can kind of like just wrist bump it, but it being right next to it, I actually feel like it's better. Instead of like hitting it with that bone, I'm just hitting it with that bone, right? It's the same thing. And I used to have one of those GH5 guitars or World Tour, whatever it is, those guitars where it had the star power button there. But this is a million times better than my fucking Explorer strum bar or Explorer star power button, which was a tiny select button that big way down here. So I had to like do that to hit star power, and it's right next to the start button. So a lot of times I would be hitting start and pausing the song. But I gotta say, in that closet there, I do have my modded Explorer from Retro Cult Mods, and that shit rocks. That is some good shit. In fact, I actually might break it out and play it on this next stream. I'm actually going to stream Clone Hero after this, so yeah, I'm going to probably get that out and try that out and shit while this video is uploading. Oh, God, that foam hits terribly. Anyway, I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to go streaming if you want to come join in. Peace.